The seed and flowers of life have been seen all across many cultures and religions throughout history. The flower of life and the seed of life are truly in its base form created by the pentagon and the hexagon. The pentagon are the vortexes of energy. The hexagons that appear here are merely toroidal fields that are overlapping one another as they are being compressed into a 0 point in the center, which also, when it's pushed outward, creates the fractal geometry of nature. That's why plants and flowers are vortexes and mostly pentagons. This is the technology that is found in the arks of the covenant, which held the energy device, how they teleported, levitated objects, perfectly sliced laser beam through objects, teleported from one pyramid to another pyramid on the other side of the planet in order to exchange objects and information. We see this in the Forbidden City as well in China, where the dragon is protecting the Emperor's Pearl, or the Pearl of Wisdom. The Pearl of Wisdom in his hand is the vortexual energy that is happening through the polarities of the geometry, creating infinite energy. He's also standing on top of the Ark of the Covenant. Again, here in the Forbidden City is the flower of life, and as I had said in other videos, you have the Holy Cross happening and the Celtic knotwork. Again, this foo dog is on top of the baby, which is representative of infinite energy, and this foo dog is on the flower of life, on the Ark of the Covenant, showing the hidden secret geometry that is the infinite energy technology of nature. Hello, friends. So I just like to share these things because it's important for us to understand how to be harmonious and why we should change the direction of our politicians and religions doing what they're doing that are actually causing more destruction and more chaos and not harmonizing with this technology that is nature. So the ancient civilizations had advanced technology to do the things that they were doing, and they left in plain sight all of these symbols that lead to understanding that they were worshiping nature, the elementals, right? The plants, the animals, the seeds to fruits and flowers and things, and the connection of the celestial and the terrestrial. The worshiping and understanding of the different gifts and wisdom that animals and plants and the teachers of the spirits shared with us back in the day in order to be harmonious and to activate this geometry within yourself, to be harmonious with one another, to live in the circles of life with one another, in communion, community with all others. The ancients were teleporting between pyramids around the planet to stay high. They didn't need airplanes. They just dematerialized and jumped over there, and they brought some items with them to give to them. Probably how the chickens got to Brazil, that if they came from Asia originally, that would very easily make that sense. I'm going to bring these guys a gift. So understanding how to manipulate energy, it's light technology. It didn't require the destruction of the earth like we do now. Now we're living in dense poverty, suffering, the mass consumption of the rainforest, destruction of all sorts of different animals and species, ripping up the minerals and creating very dense things out of that. Vehicles, airplanes, huge mining equipment just shredding the earth, chopping all the forest down with huge equipment nowadays. All of these things are the opposite of what the advanced technology races were doing back in the day. So then ask yourself, why are we the people not taught this extremely advanced basic geometry that is the information technology of nature that would cause us to become sovereign in our energy fields because we understand and activate the geometry and the energy of ourselves through the elementals, and become harmonious with the earth and with each other, and to live in communion and sharing and prosperous with one another and with all the animals and the beings. So those that are in charge, a very small group of beings and in religions, they are not teaching us this basic thing. They have it in all of their cathedrals and basilicas to pull our energy in, because that's how powerful the energies are. So you go in there and then you start to worship what they're saying, the middlemen to creator, not teaching the actual wisdom of the divine blueprint. Schools do not teach anything about sacred geometry and this energy. Don't you think the understanding of nature should be the basic fundamental truth of our introduction into a system of knowledge and understanding? How to meditate, how to breathe, how to feel the energy of the elementals in our body and how to work with them. That is the secret of the ancients, and it's time to activate the AllSphyr within all of us and get into harmony with all of the magical goodness of the information of nature. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a beautiful day. Please subscribe and like this video. There's much more to come. Mahalo.